poppin', everybody? Welcome back to Media Showdown. And I know it's been a hiatus. You didn't get a Friday Media Showdown. It's okay though. Because we are here. It's Monday. I gotta turn my camera back off. We're here and it's Monday. And of course, it is hot as hell here in South Florida. But I will let y'all all know your girl has gotten something to keep the MacBook cool when we are in the Henny Shed or the studio working. So I won't have glitchy videos anymore. But anywho, today we have with us Poppington, Selena, and Dre. Goddess cannot be here today. She is dealing with 6 children. So y'all send prayers to her, healing to the children. And Kristen will probably be joining us later. So a lot of things have gone down in these internet streets between last week and today. But we are going to talk about the exciting things that have happened over the weekend because it looks like Chrisean has returned unto the internet streets. Are we excited about this? Are we happy about this? What are y'all feeling?
I'm excited. I'm glad that she's back on the streets. Looks like she has something coming up next Sunday, right? Over at church. One of the things I don't know if everybody noticed, I'm sure you did because everyone is so nosy. We all get up on and try to find every little nick and cranny. But if you notice, she also has a management company in her email, which means she's got someone that is organizing things, which tells you she's going to be outside again. So, I'm excited.
Turn up.
I'm excited.
She outside tonight. Come here. We outside tonight. Ain't that y'all little fool?
Yeah. So,
I mean, that's not our song, but I mean, it's a song that she could definitely be singing right now because, yeah, it's up and it's stuck. And I guess there's no better place to start than to start with that last tweet. Poppington, how are you feeling about Chrisean's return to the internet?
I am really excited now. She's gonna give people content and maybe they could leave people. Nah, I'm excited. What she wrote, I think she's starting to see what everybody else did for a long time. So I'm excited. I am. I see like she's always surprising me. Every time she pops up, it's like a different level of growth that she's showing. So I'm definitely excited. And thank you for giving us content now, girl. Thank you.
She's about to keep everybody super busy. I don't even know. I don't know how I'm gonna keep up, but we gonna keep up. We gonna keep up. We gonna keep up. So this was the tweet heard round. Is it the tweet heard around the internet? Yeah, this was 3 days ago. So of course, you know, this all started. This revelation started because Jaydin was over there on Twitter with her Twitter fingers, and you know, she followed the narrative that gets put out there by the anti-Chriseaners of, oh no, she unfollowed him because he put his kids back on. Whatever shall we do? Hashtag keep him. But at the end of the day, the kids have been on his page before. Like, I don't know where this narrative came from, but can y'all please stop? Because she's not the one out here talking about somebody possibly doing harm to a child. She's not the one out here that is spreading false narratives about somebody's parenting or any of that, or feeding into negative narratives that are being spun. Like, she's been the least problematic when it comes down to the kids. And yeah, she just needs to give that up. Like, whatever. Anyway, Chrisean tweeted and asked, are you okay? Do you need attention? Nothing have to do with his beautiful kids. You crashing out about Blueface again. He's not the prize. If it's community penis, I don't trust him. I decided disassociation / to leave the man alone and focus on my career and the purpose Jesus called me for in the first place. I took a risk. That risk ran its course. I'm just falling back in the public, and behind closed doors, he's selfish and not faithful person. Getting cheated, or I guess getting cheated on, or open relationships are toxic. Paying his bills and running a restaurant and taking off from my career because he's insecure isn't worth my efforts or good intentions. Being used by a greedy person isn't growth. Growth is actually leaving him. Jason Lee can play back the footage of you crashing out over him coming to his son. You, the bitter one. You want to beef so bad for no reason. It's like you have no identity. Ooh.
That was a read.
These
was
reads.
grown up read.
That was a read.
Huh?
That was a read.
Yeah.
A very grown read at that. That's
She
why I
read
said
her.
she's surprising me. Yes.
I'm here for these grown-up reads. I don't see not one lie told at all.
Nope.
Nope.
That was a read. It was a well said read. It was a reminder as well. You know, I took it as a reminder, a warning, a read, all of it. Like, don't make me remind you of all the stuff that you've done too. You know, my only thing, you know, because I always have to have something to say, is that just I hope that she sticks to it. You know, if she goes back with him, then that's her choice. But you're seeing a lot of stuff, so just stick to it because everyone wants you to be better and do well. Again, we're excited for what she's gonna do, but man, she put her in her place. Not one negative word was said. It was all truth.
Poppington?
Trey.
Wow. Okay,
Right.
well,
Go ahead, Dre. Go ahead.
oh no, you go ahead, and then I go when you're done after I order my coffee. But go ahead.
I thought I thought I pressed the button, but I didn't. Yeah, that was a very grown up read. I don't even know if is it the truth a read? Because like you said, it was no lie told in that. So I don't even know if it was a grown up read or if it was just her telling her the truth in a grown woman way. To be honest. So, like I said, Chrisean, I'm loving the growth. You're surprising me because I don't even know if I could talk to somebody at my big old grown age like that and actually articulate your point that well. Because that she articulated that very well. But I love it. I love it. And it is a reminder to Jaydin, like, you're not known as the good girl anymore. You're not the favorite. You're not, it's all backfiring because of the things you're trying to do and the way you're trying to portray yourself and the lane you're trying to go in. That's not yours. So yeah, it's a warning too. But I love it.
Dre?
I honestly feel like I'm proud of her growth, and every time she showed me something different, and you too. And every time she showed me something different, and we all been in, well, not to say we all, but well, a lot of us have been in relationships like this where you keep doing you keep doing somebody wrong, right? And every time they practice leaving you, and practice make perfect sometimes.
That's a good point. That's a good point. She did go on to say, I'm warning you, leave me alone. Now, I don't blame her because is this right here? It's been a lot. It's been people coming for her, people coming for her son, people just always having something to say. And it seems like as of late, the thing to do has been to pick and jug. So she goes on to tweet and say, to all my supporters, stay tuned. Yahweh is on the way. And I can't wait to get that. And yeah, she said, just say you want to know what's going on. And I'm not even going to hold you. I said, we want to know what's going on. We nosy. And maybe we shouldn't have asked for what was going on because let me see if we got it over here because no, we didn't get the roster. We didn't get the roster. Okay, so let me pull up what happened was because if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's on Live Bites. So let me go pull this up and shout out to Live Bites in the meantime and in between time. But Live Bites proceeded to post Blueface's roster. Now, I don't know where this roster came from. I don't know if he posted it. I don't know who posted it. Does anybody know who posted the roster?
No.
Well, all I know is this video of his roster came out. And let me just tell you, the first one on the list is Donna from Black Ink. Let me tell you something. If he tapping Donna from Black Ink, baby, and she's still moving how she was moving when she came to the Black Ink crew.
I'm Krista backstage. I'm sorry, Henny.
Is she still moving how she was moving when she was on the Black Ink crew? Yeah, I would leave Blue alone too. This right here, this one is dangerous. Scandalous. I like Donna, but no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Let's go. Put it back.
Anybody else want to jump in here about Donna before we continue on the roster?
I honestly think that his roster, well, just Donna, she may be a little crazy, but she ain't stupid. Put it to you that way. I feel like, no disrespect to Donna, but I feel like she's an opportunist.
Good point.
She was an opportunist when she was on the show. I ain't gonna say that. Is it cool to say their name here or Black Ink, whatever? She was on there. Wasn't Black Ink with Caesar and all them? I think it was like Black Ink Crew or something like that.
Listen, when she came on the scene to Black Ink Crew, it turned into something else. Now you saying they only friends, but I don't know a Blueface to have only female friends. I don't know of that. Every female that seems to come around him, they seem to gravitate to his ping. I don't know. That's just what it's looking like to me. I don't know of him having any female friends that he has not had any entanglements with. Poppington.
So let's not get it twisted. Donna is a certified 304. So she is giving up that box. And I kind of agree with Dre. She is an opportunist and she knows how to play her position. She a 304 that know how to play her position. When she was the side chick, she knew how to play that. When she was the wife, she knew how to play that. So I don't think we're probably going to hear anything from her. Like, I don't think she's going to come out and really say anything unless she's desperate for a little attention. But I see it. I see it. I see it.
Not to mention, didn't he go on live with her? He jumped on her live. Live. I have the live. I'm gonna have to post that. Kristen, welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts on Donna?
I don't know Donna. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to give you a crash course into Donna. Okay, Selena.
Honestly, I don't know this girl.
Okay.
I never watched her, so I have no opinion on her. But judging from what everybody else is saying, she's special. So yeah, I do my things with him. It's just funny how when everything happened, she announces and she's broke up with her, she's not with him. That the same girls that always come up every single time he gets mad are the same girls he adds. So it's just like a little roster. And her pick me self, girl, get a life. But and the other ones too, like the no names. It's just I'm
only pausing for us to discuss the ones that we know. I don't know these other girls, so they just go be
no one. They're like nobodies. That's what I'm saying. They're pick me's. All of them are pick me's. But he always brings the same girls back onto his little friends list that nobody knows of, and supposedly they're the side chicks. I don't know.
And then
it's like bringing the side clowns. Like it's time to bring the side clowns in to the fold. Okay, I'm
Lord
gonna stop.
have mercy.
Bye.
Well, Chrisean did tell him, because he said basically since he made her, quote unquote, she said make another one.
I think that's not gonna work. I don't know. With Ange, it seems like she had a lot more going on, but then as she started like explaining or popping up, and we started learning different things about how long she's been around. She's actually been around longer than Jaydin. She was there first before Jaydin, according to Ange.
Yeah, but you've been around this whole time, and you're like third. I don't know. How much longer are you gonna sit, girl? You are aging. Like, be better.
Yeah.
I just don't get them.
How do you go from number 1 on the roster to number 3?
And then who is your
Exactly,
baby daddy?
exactly. You are number 3 now, and you've been there first before everyone else. You held it down the longest. You're just really gonna sit there and it's stupid. I don't know. She's
Well, she had to be slow because she took Jaydin up to the place to go get her distribution deal, and that's slower than slow. You don't help your competition, so to speak.
So maybe she feels like she's not competition because,
Yeah.
Number 1, I don't know.
Because Blue ain't got no money.
This is utter bad.
Well, all I want to know is
I
who's
don't know
the
this
baby
girl.
daddy.
I don't know who Jayla is. So we just
Jayla is the girl. She's, oh my God. She was a friend to Bianca on Love and Hip Hop. The one with the blue hair.
So she was an extra. Imani. Yeah. We don't know. And they all have on blue except for this girl, Sydney. Who the hell is Sydney?
I heard he was.
Now I can't keep India up on the screen because her booty meat is out and they will get us. K Blue is somebody who has been rumbling for a while in the background. I've never posted her. I kept an eye on her, but she's been rumbling in the background as a girl who has been one of Blue's girls for a minute now. But she just has not broken into the blocks because we have not posted her. Okay, so
I'm sorry, but being a Blue side chick is just not a flex. It's not.
And he definitely has a type. He definitely has a type.
They all favor. And then there's Nivea, and Jaslyn, and these are the two that popped out first. And who I did not see the hearing impaired young lady.
Devore Davis.
Oh, that was her before Deja? Okay. See, I don't know. Listen, honestly, I don't keep up with Blue's sideshow circus. But this right here was very interesting. Ari said that these are all the females that he is following. But not only that, it looks like India took to her TikTok and she was giving a story time over the weekend. We did catch some of that story time. I can go ahead and capture them, make a video out of them so that you could get her story time. But to me, I don't know what these females feel like coming out and saying that you've been dealing with a dude who's been clearly dealing with some chicks. Thank you, Chocolate, for the super sticker. Thank you for the support. Dealing with a dude that has been around, I can't even say the block. It's like he's been around the country. I don't know. But this is what she had to say about her interactions with Blue. Let me get this up here for y'all.
Imagine talking to a rapper for 5 years, thinking y'all have something. Meanwhile, he has multiple girlfriends, getting married in jail, yet still in your DMs, texting you from a fake page. What really baffles me is why do men in general think that they could just spin the block and you're married? So boom, I get a message from his actual page with the check mark, and he's like, "Oh, this is me and my fake page, my burner page. Can you go ahead and message me? Like, it's me, right?" And I'm like, okay. I'm dead as fuck at this point because I love a good time. I'm always gonna respond. Who am I to not respond? But I'm just laughing at this point because aren't you locked up? Aren't you? Moral of the story, men never move on no matter how famous, how locked up, how committed they claim to be. But let me know in the comments, do y'all think y'all know who it is? Should I show y'all the DMs? Is it giving messy? What should I do?
Definitely giving messy.
Me and Blueface met back in 2020 via Instagram, y'all favorite dating app. Amen. And
no, ma'am.
Hold up. Story time. since y'all already damn near know the half of it, I might as well just fully come out and say it. There's no point in me listening to a nigga telling me to shut the fuck up. The reason why I'm coming forward now about this topic is because he's still in my fucking life. Duh. Not all that's cracked up to be. I really could do better. So I don't really care. I have nothing to lose. The last time that we spoke, and we basically had a conversation. And I'm just like, we have a plan because I'm not going to keep doing this. We're going into 5 years now and counting. And the amount of money that you sent me this far is not enough. He's not going anywhere. If you're not going anywhere, something's got to give. Amen? Like, we're not going to keep going back and forth. Imagine talking to a rapper for 5 years, thinking y'all have something. Meanwhile, he has multiple girlfriends, getting married in jail, yet still in your DMs, texting you from a fake page. What really baffles me is why do men and
So that is what she had to say. There are more videos to it. She also did post text messages, cash apps. That's what she posted. She posted cash apps, and I did show them on a live on IG. That's why y'all got to make sure y'all follow everywhere and y'all come on those lives. Sometimes I be BSing on the live, just kicking it with y'all. But other times I be spilling Henny in them lives, and I showed, and I don't know if she got $1,500, $2,000. I don't know what she got, but she damn sure was not getting like 200K, 50K. Well, she didn't even make 50K. Like,
She didn't even make
girl,
the
you ain't even get 10K.
Was it a K?
Well,
It
does he have
didn't go to a K because one deposit was like 700 and something, and then she got another one for 300. So that's a K.
Okay, that's 1K.
And then the rest of them was like $50 here, $100 there, $30 there, $40 here, $50 here, $60 there. Like, girl,
Okay. That's the one I seen. That averaged up to $800.
I wish that I would spread this punana and fly away onto a rapper's peen, and I am not getting cashed out. Nah, sorry.
Well, an opportunity or Ebony or anything, nothing.
Anybody else have something to say?
Anybody? She can have little brokey, okay? I don't know why they be thinking it's a flex to be busting people out. And I don't know why he think it's a flex to do a person wrong after they held him down and was good to him. You know what I'm saying? It's like the element of surprise is always for him, like him cheating. And it's like, man, come on. Like, I feel him and Chrisean would be a power couple if he quit cheating. And the people he be cheating with is beneath her. Ain't you supposed to upgrade?
You're always supposed to cheat up, not down.
Right.
Especially if you plan on having them go at the girl. Now, Sammy Joe, let me go back to her comment because I do agree with that. Sammy Joe said that Blue be having these girls just do the stuff that they're doing to get at Chrisean. Blue just messages these girls and asks them to speak rubbish to get at Chrisean. And I do believe that for this particular point in time because he is locked up. So, I mean, how much cheating could he actually be doing while he's in jail? Like, he can't physically be with anybody. He's just mentally and emotionally cheating at this point, having conversations. But at this time, when a person is incarcerated, yeah, that's something that they do. But when you've taken vows before God and a man of the cloth, tisk, tisk, tisk. I don't know the end to this.
I'm gonna tell you.
Poppington, Selena, Kristen, anybody want to jump in?
Okay.
Well, I mean, going back to her getting the money, we gonna call a spade a spade. Blue don't got that much money. Like, we know he has the lawsuits. We know he hasn't made no big hits. Like, he ain't getting paid off of Jaydin. Chrisean just said she not paying nobody bills. So that was confirmation that she was paying his bills, which, we was already kind of alluding to. So I don't know what's up with these girls. Like, all he has is a name right now. That's the only thing that he has. He doesn't have anything else but a name. And Chrisean is right. Who wants community peen? Like it it reminds me of what I know we don't like Tamar, but it reminds me of what she said. Like everybody is dating the same person. Everybody. So who wants that? Especially when Chrisean is moving into that path and she takes, God very seriously. So they did make a vow in front of a pastor, which is the outlet of God. So I mean, it's just so much a person can take. And we were waiting for her to get to that point. I think she's there.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of soul tying. You know what I'm saying? When you go with a person that's soul tying himself to others, that's that's something different. You don't know if you're coming or going.
I honestly feel like I know two of the girls for sure have been here the whole time. Like they have been posting where they've been talking to him the whole time. They'll just do it here and there, but I feel like he's always kept them in the background just in case either Jaydin or Chrisean or whoever gets pissed off. So I don't know. I feel like he's just a liar, honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Selena?
have to agree. But the thing is, they continue to entertain him. So as long as they entertain him, he's gonna do this. And then when he's okay with Krishan or Jaden for that matter, then he pushes them back to the side. They're the side chicks, is what they are. And maybe they're okay with being the side chicks, but that's what your role is.
He's gonna keep pushing her away. Like even if she did go back after this, eventually she's gonna hate him the more he keeps doing stuff like this.
I
Like
Hmm.
that's
agree.
what always happens is you keep pushing and pushing and pushing until you can't stand to hear him breathe.
Well, you know
Damn.
what? That's what Dre, I'm sorry, I was saying Jay. Dre was talking about, you keep going through certain things, and that's just a fact. You keep going through stuff with a person and you keep breaking up and making up, breaking up and making up. All you're doing is really practicing for the day that you actually separate from that person. And what makes this so different is the fact that they have not been in one another's physical company as far as we know. Now, I have to say as far as we know because we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, right? But as far as we know, they haven't been in physical contact with one another, or they've just been communicating, video chats, phone calls. So it's like this is the first time that he can't come breaking into her house, or she can't go pulling up to his house. Like there's those things that they used to do are no longer on the table. Now it becomes something else. Now she has the option not to answer the phone. Now she has the option to put a block on the phone where you can't even call her, you can't video chat her, you can't nothing. She has options and she's had time living her life without him. The only thing that I will say is she has not had time to actually see what her growth is without him in the spotlight. And I feel like she's going to get that opportunity now because with her stepping back out and her going to this Sunday service that's up on the screen, things are going to start showing differently. And my thing with all of this is to all of the haters out there that were mad and saying, oh, she broke up a happy home. Oh, she came in between a family. Well, I would love to know, is the hate going to continue on when she's not dealing with him? Or are y'all going to let that go? And I would love to see if this new person who happens to jump on Blues Peen is going to be the subject to all of this hate train. If they're truly Jaden supporters, then why aren't these other girls being dragged through the mud like Donna, like Ange, like Jayla, like Cynthia, or whatever the hell her name is? Why aren't is that coming next?
I'm surprised Donna's there because, like I said, she's an opportunist. She like men with money. Like, I mean money, because Caesar had money, but she wasn't going. She didn't try to cross that line until later on after Duchess left. You know what I'm saying? Then she crossed that line, tried to cross that line, but all the way up until that day, she wasn't crazy. He was, he didn't have the money. Chrisean, Chrisean got the money here, just like Duchess had the money there. We not crazy, call it spade a spade. That's just what it is. Not saying he broke. Not saying he broke, but I'm just saying you've been along for a long time. Yeah, you got a name, but you got to get out there and make it happen.
Yeah, but you gotta also understand he has a name And that's what everybody goes by, is they think, because of who his name is, they may not know exactly how much money he has, or they may think that he does have some. But that man is in major debt, and Chrisean's been taking care of him. So it is what it is. Let them deal with the messed up boy who continues to have issues, and really is going to have to come out and rebrand himself, and develop his career again. He can. I'm not gonna lie. He can do it because of who he is. A lot of people give him that attention, and they'll give him the shows that he wants. But he's got this massive debt. And these women that just get with him, they're getting with him for his name, not for who he is.
But see, she got a name too, and I'm proud of her because her popping out with all this like this means she's had a backup plan this whole time.
Absolutely.
And that's what he don't. Sorry, y'all, my child. But that's what he don't realize is when he made that comment talking about she's not going anywhere and neither are you to what's her name, the India girl. I feel like when she actually does, it is going to break him into something different. Like, because he thinks that he's always going to be able to throw a fit and get her back. But that one time, whenever he's not able to, I think it's really going to teach him a lesson.
I agree with you, Chrisean. I think that she does have a plan. I think that she has maybe had this already in the works, or maybe it was just behind the scenes ready just in case. She might have not already knew he was going to pull this stuff, but she had to try. Like there's always that people like, I have to see it for myself. Like I have to, let it happen. And hopefully, the way she's moving, it's like, even when they broke up the other times, she didn't do this. She didn't go and add all these other people back on. She didn't, talk about she's back to doing shows, like she was quite, like she would announce like, oh, shows are coming in this time, or she's going to do that. But she's moving fast already, which means she's like full speed ahead. And I'll tell you, like, even her friends list, when I was looking at it, it's very interesting. She's following Timbaland. She's following, she has Kim as a manager. Lemmy's back on it. Like, there's just different people, not just some friends. But I'm like, see, there's some business in those friends that she's added back on her Instagram. So we don't know what's happening in the back end. I think that she's been working on something.
It's a strategic placement of the friends, right? It's strategic selection of who's her friends list. It's business. It doesn't look like it's personal. It's all business. And I'm loving that for her. I even love the fact that if you look over here, if y'all don't know who this is, this beautiful woman in the corner, Arissa Divine. I don't know where you've been if you don't know who she is. This is Chrisean's. We still call her the sister-in-law. She was married to Terrence. And she's continued to be a thriving force in Chrisean's life. Like, we first got a glimpse of her when Chrisean was in the hospital with baby Chrisean Jesus, and she was advising her. And I feel like she's been advising her behind the scenes this whole time, which is beautiful. Because we've always said that we need somebody like Chrisean needs somebody who is mature. Because when we were young and we were out there were the older girls that would sit you down and talk to you. There were the grandmas, the aunties that would sit you down and give you advice. And it seems like Arissa is that level-headed one. That's not a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like blood sister. Like, she's not Terrain. She's not Tessa. She's somebody. She's different. You know what I'm saying? And so she is being a positive influence. I've also, she's promoting her sister's businesses, not saying that she hasn't in the past, but it's just the way that she's moving. Even with the posts that she's posting, she's being intentional with what she's doing. It's not just random, because I know, people were running to go see, she made a post. Let's see. Did she drag Blue? Did she say something about Blue yet? And in all actuality, she hasn't. She made some, there were some spiritual words that were being shared, yes, that could be taken as pertaining to her situation. But even with that, it's not dragging. She's no longer out here just dragging. She's speaking the truth. And I don't know. I'm just here for it.
Yeah. Me too. I'm excited. I'm excited for her, for her walk. Let's see where it leads to. I really do
Yeah.
feel like like she is focused. She wants to get back out there, and she's gonna drop the dead weight. So I don't know. But I love Arissa, and I love the fact that she's with Arissa. And anytime Arissa's speaking to her or providing guidance, I'm for it because Arissa's a very positive person. So she's in very great hands working with her. Just having her there, as support.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like she's different now. She's, she kind of stand on what she says she gonna do for the most part. She may go back, she may go back to blue or whatever, but for the most part, she been standing on what she says she gonna do. She gonna get rid of. She leaving people, places, and things. She does that, and a lot of women don't know what to do in a situation like this for a man. But let him have some space for himself for a while. Then he'll figure it out. You gotta let him figure it out. You gotta let him figure out what he did that was wrong, what he missed. Oh, my nice words is not working. She'll sit here and pray with me, but she won't sit here and say all the mushy stuff I need her to say to get me through the day. It's like a wall put up. I can't baby please her because she's not in for it. We could talk about the Bible. We could talk about the kids. We could talk about my future plans for myself or herself, but there's no us. And as long as you keep the us out of it and make it a him versus me, or I mean, not a versus, but it's a you and it's a me thing, then he'll understand where he went wrong. But you gotta give him at least a couple months for him to realize he did wrong, because he ain't gonna realize it. And it may seem like he wilding out more, but there's only so much he can do behind bars. So let him figure it out while he behind bars. So when he get out, he'll be all right.
I agree. Poppington?
Okay.
Sorry, give me 1 second, y'all.
Okay. Well, I'll continue running my mouth. I'm good at that. So, and I feel like I'm excited waiting to hear the Yahweh song. That's gonna be my slap. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
going on.
noticed though, like, I don't know if y'all noticed it too, but this whole time she's been kind of like, she makes comments saying like, just in case, it's a risk if it doesn't work out. So, I think she kind of had it in the back of her mind for a while now. That's why she's had the backup plan and everything just ready to go.
Okay, well, I'm ready to talk now. Okay, so I don't even think she sent the the marriage license in the mail. I think she pulled a Yandy. If you really want me to be honest, that's how I feel. And I agree with Kristen, and that's why I feel like she pulled the Yandy, because it always was a if, and I'm taking a chance and I have to see. And it was always like the doubt was still there. And she was showing that the doubt was there. So I don't even think that she might have even sent it. I don't know. I don't try to spin nothing. That's Poppington saying that. That's my tinfoil kufi on. But she might have pulled the Andy.
I think she sent it, and he felt like that would like solidify like his control over her, and that's what probably made him just be Lucifer, because he doesn't be Lucifer unless he knows he has control. He needs control when he becomes Lucifer. Not saying he always Lucifer.
He had control, but he really didn't. Let's pray he didn't.
Yeah, but even if she did, you got to stay married in California for a certain period of time so it can be official. It got to be at least a year and some change, or 2
Unless
years.
it's an annulment, because if it hasn't been 30 days, or I think it's 30 days, or if it was any kind of want or understanding or anything.
Now, here, my cousin did it. She was only married to him for a year and 6 months, and they said she had to, I think it was like a year, I think in 2 years here in California. And basically, she said he had infidelity. She showed the proof, and they gave her an annulment right there on the spot at the courthouse. You didn't have to go into court. You didn't have to do none of that extra. It happened right there. Since that's where you got married at, that's where it happened at. That's the easy part about getting the annulment.
Well, Chrisean is like Selena had mentioned earlier. She's taking bookings now, so she's definitely rocking and rolling and going in her own direction. And we are definitely here for the new direction and space that she is getting ready to go into, and we're ready. We're ready. We ready. We ready. We ready.
Yes, we are.
All right. So now, since we're still in the circus, it seems like the other day, Sadie was being shady when she made this post. But was she talking about Jaydin, or is she still beefing with Mystique behind the scenes? Let's listen.
I'm in her recent search on Instagram, like, what you watching for? She mad, her nigga dropped the bag. He like, tell that bitch.
Now, I only threw Mystique out there because, you know, they've been beefing behind the scenes, but I know. It's looking more, it's leaning more towards Jaydin than anybody else, because I mean,
That I get even, I don't get mad. I got too much designer, I can't kick it at no kickback. Swear you niggas act like bitches with y'all bitch ass, and I be cheating first. I ain't got time to get no lick back. I be on that done hoolie with my rich. I'm in her recent search on Instagram, like, what you watching for? She mad, her nigga dropped the bag. He like, tell that bitch that I get even, I don't get mad. I got too much designer, I can't kick it at no kickback. Swear you niggas act like bitches with y'all bitch ass, and I be cheating first. I ain't got time to get no lick back. I be on that done hoolie with my rich.
Lord.
I'm not going first on this. Y'all go.
Okay,
That song it fit a whole lot of narratives, if you ask me.
Yeah, it cleared up a lot, because we were saying she was getting her lick back, and she's saying that I ain't got time for no damn lick back.
Mm-hmm.
Dre?
fix it for me. Lord, if you don't do it, it just won't be done. Okay, let me quit playing.
I can't with you.
I could just say, go ahead, say, do your thing. Okay, do your thing. You done clapped at her, your baby daddy, everybody, baby daddy. Do your thing.
I don't know. I just don't like Sadie, so I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't know, Sadie, Jaydin said when she hits 1 million followers, she's going to do a tell-all. So I think you should do it first, just to beat her. Go ahead.
Really?
We're here for it. Like, we're all eyes, ears, and screen record ready.
Absolutely. Come on, Sadie. You guys stop trying to act like you're a good friend. We know you weren't.
Well, I don't like Sadie, but that was a bop, and she's more talented than Jaydin. And yeah, I said it.
Listen,
gonna say this.
I'm not here for Sadie either, but I'm here for. Look,
I'm gonna say this. Sadie's looking very unbothered.
Very.
The true definition of unbothered.
She's looking like how Jaydin wants to look.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying unbothered.
Exactly. See, look, Sadie got her good. Absolutely. That was, I mean, you found how did you find this song that goes with everything that's been said and going on online?
That's what I said. Like, you made it fit perfectly. Oh, I'm here for it, because somebody needs to go after her. She's getting a little too happy on Twitter.
Yeah, she was the Twitter fingers, and she couldn't even get past. Who was it? Biggie.
The
Dominican.
Maybe she thinks she's she is now kind of unstoppable. She's been hanging out a lot with Ivory.
Ivory not gonna stop them black eyes if she keep messing with people.
I agree. But I'm just saying.
Ready.
I'm just saying. Maybe she thinks she's got a little backup now.
She gonna keep playing with people out here, talking to people. Look, Sadie ain't never gave me like I'm scary vibes. So she better leave her alone. I ain't saying she gonna pull up or not, but I'm just saying she don't seem like she's scared of Jaydin.
Sadie a stripper, and I don't know if you know about them, but they can whoop some ass.
They can fight. They can fight. They fight for their dollars all they like. They have to fight for, excuse my French, for anybody that's in here that's
I
out
know
there.
how to fight, so I wouldn't try it, Jay.
I was about to say, Sadie looked like one of them pretty girls that got hands. She
right.
did.
Hey, Diane, who's in the comments saying Blue is not married to Chrisean. That's fake. Laugh aloud. He can see who he wants. Girl, who does he want? If you think you see it, by all means, please let us know. But you know what? You're going out. Bye.
Stevie Wonder don't even know who he want. He don't know who he want.
You can see
Nobody know what Blue, who want, what he want, how he want it. He's confusion. He need a therapist.
Head on back to the other side of the tracks.
Okay, beat down Sesame Street.
And honestly, getting married, but even if it wasn't signed by paper, they still did it by God, and that is even worse to break that than just to go to the courthouse and sign the papers. I mean, I don't know about any other women, but me, if we're just in a relationship and you with somebody else, you probably gonna get run over. So, people should really think about just seeing other people.
But all these females look crazy. He got another woman on his face. He didn't got married to her, regardless if it was spiritually, by law, both. He didn't got married to her. This man is 20 plus M's in debt. He y'all want him.
And like I said, he playing with God in prison.
In prison.
Yeah.
If he allowed
who he wants. That's funny.
If he allowed in front of the Lord like his mammy, what you think he's gonna do to you?
You know who he shows he wants? Himself, because that's all he cares about is himself. Selfish.
Yeah. Somebody needs to give him a dead president with the money signs on it, all of the dollars, and give it to him on a bear. Because that seems like what he care about.
Right. Okay, back to this. Sorry, guys. I mean, I'm not a Sadie fan at all, but she doesn't look horrible, So.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't. She never did. But she's a stripper.
She's petty. She's Queen Petty. So it doesn't surprise me that she found a song that fit everything perfectly.
Sadie's the type of person that I would not want to be friends with. Not because I'm scared of her or anything like that. I just don't like her. I couldn't be
friends. You got to keep it real. Jaydin was so gullible. How you gonna meet a woman that was friends with another woman that you and your baby daddy shared?
That part.
Well, I just am here for this because at the end of the day, I'm here because if it were Chrisean, oh baby, they would still be here for this. There would be no let it pass. Oh, I'm not a fan of her, so I'm not going to say anything because they sure have embraced Jay and all of her foolery. So
nope.
I'm here for it. Sadie, let it go. Let it all go. Because I remember that live when you were saying there's a lot that Jaydin could say that she just doesn't say. She's a good one. Why don't you say all the things that you haven't been able to say, that you haven't been able to say, the things that she has, sat back and, allowed to go down? Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, there's no victim here. And that's what everybody paints Jaydin to be, is this victim. She's not a victim, okay? When you knowingly go into things, you are not a victim. You are participating in the tomfoolery and the uckery that is going on. Now, We are also going to go into, well, I want to talk about this. I have to before we get into the baddies tea that we have. Malik Yoba. What the hell was the name of that? New York, was it New York Undercover?
New York
Yes.
Undercover. God,
I don't
love
know
that
how old a
show.
lot of you are. So did I.
He's so
I don't
cute.
know if y'all are old enough to remember this show, but Malik Yoba was on that show. He was also in Why Did I Get Married? And Why Did I Get Married To?
Yes.
He has an announcement. And I really want to talk about this.
What's up, America? I decided that I'm no longer a black man, no longer a person of color, BIPOC, none of that shit. What I am is a non-white man. And I think we should all just start calling ourselves non-white. So they're gonna have to figure it out. But just say that shit explicitly. No DEI, no BIPOC, no references to our blackness. So we just all walk around like, I'm not a black man, I'm a non-white man. I'm a non-white woman. I'm a non-white, all of us. Asians, Latinos, black people, everybody. Call it what it is. I'm just non-white. And let them rebuke that. Let them refute it. Let them come up with something that just says, we like all non-whites. Excuse me. We don't like all non-whites.
So are we adopting this? Austin's little Austin, if you are in here, Austin edits. This Cat Williams is exactly how I was feeling when I first saw this. Like, what? Now I know that this is a good. This is I wanted to talk about this. This is a good topic for Poppington. Put your tinfoil kufi on, girl, and go to work.
Ooh, oh. Pop,
Did she leave? Oh,
I think.
she was backstage. Poppington, you here?
Yeah, and I was talking just now, not forgetting I was backstage. Okay, so first of all, my first question is, who told him he wasn't a black man? That would be my first question. My second question is, haven't we stopped being called colored for mad long? My third question is, isn't that kind of grouping everybody in, saying that you're non-white, because practically everybody is non-white? So you're furthermore losing your identity because you're saying that you're not, they said you're not a black man anymore, but who is they? Like, I'm confused.
Okay. Well, me, Black history used to be my thing. So, sir, when we all first came over here, we wasn't called black. We wasn't called colored. What was we called, Pop?
Ninjas.
Immigrants.
Actually,
We was not called
we
immigrants.
were property.
We were
Yes,
property, but
we
we
were
were
cattle.
property, but we was
no,
property. But when they
we were
freed us,
ninjas
they
with a
called.
hard R.
What did they
Yeah,
call you when we got freed? That's what our names was.
No, they were
colored,
freedmen. They were called freedmen or
but they were still
freed
colored,
slaves.
and they were still hard R words.
Yes,
Exactly.
hard
So,
R words. But in the book that I read, it said that we were freed, and when we were freed, it went from they said some was immigrants, some was called refugees, depending on which camp you came from.
that's like a whole 300 years later, when people started coming in, like the Chinese with the railroad and stuff like that. But when we first got freed, no, we were still colored and we were still ninjas with a hard R. It wasn't, no, immigrants didn't come till later.
And I don't even understand how we got called immigrants when majority of us were already here, natives to this land.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna get too political on this. I just wanted to
She
hear
done brought the FBA in the conversation.
right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I wanted to hear the thoughts on this because my thing is I always identify as other. Where it says, two or more races, other, that's me. I no longer choose to identify, and I haven't identified as that in a very, very long time. I'm other. And when they choose to put the abbreviation for Black on there, I choose to opt to try to have it removed because I am other. And I feel like everyone should just pick other because nobody is pure. Nobody. We're all a great smorgasbord of heritage and history. And I just feel like that type of labeling needs to come out of our verbiage because we're people. And I'm not ignorant. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the race wars and the silent. I'm just tired of it. Okay. I'm tired of being segregated by my race or judged because of my race. Or as soon as I come into a room, you want to clutch your purse or you're looking at me sideways when I'm in a store and I'm not, I'm the only person in there. I'm tired. I don't want that no more. Can we just move on? Can we just move on? Not according to what I believe, but that's according to what you believe. But yes, this makes for an interesting conversation. I think that this would be a good members conversation over on Hennessy Review. So we could definitely get into this a little deeper and open a panel and have a conversation and, really just talk as people. Diversity is needed. Any other thoughts, comments, Selena, Kristen?
I don't know how to really I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of understand what he's talking about as far as not allowing them to make that kind of statement. Like say it's turned into such a negative connotation by individuals who feel that they're more inferior. And so I understand, but at the same time, I'm never going to lose my identity of who I am because of others. So yeah, that's just, I don't know. It's a whole separate conversation. And I don't like to talk about those things because people get very passionate.
I know it's a very touchy subject. I know. But it's a good conversation because I feel like we are talking about identities and who we are. And I think we are the ones that need to classify who we are and what we are. That's why I said I classify myself. My identity is other. And I choose that because I know what's in my blood. And it would be unfair for me to say that I am this thing when I have this thing in me as well, or this heritage or this, I'm just other. So I feel like we have that right. And I just don't. Absolutely. I feel like it's time to move past all of this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree because like you said, I feel other on mine too because I'm two different races. So, I believe if you are 100% one race in 2025, you might be a little inbred. That's just my opinion on it. But I think it just needs to, like you said, we're people. At the end of the day, we're all, cut us open, we're all going to be the same.
Absolutely. I think whatever you identify yourself as, it's acceptable. It doesn't matter. Like I'm Mexican American. That's what I am. I'm not fully Mexican. I'm not fully American. So, and that's what I am. And I know there's more to me, but I just don't even know that part. Maybe one day I'll find out.
I feel you.
And it's crazy because my mom, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I will say my mom, she has Black, Native, and white in her, and then I have Native and Irish in me. So it even the different parents. That's what I was about to say. We could be different races and from our parents, and not even realize it too.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, thank everybody.
So much to us. Okay.
Exactly. Thank you everybody for participating in that tough conversation. Even down in the comments, I think everybody expressed maturity in this conversation, and I'm proud of all of us. Yay! Go us. All right. So moving right along to some ratchetness. Okay, from seriousness to ratchetness, we're gonna talk a little bit about baddies, because if you watch the Baddies Africa premiere, trailer, then you know that I don't know. Poppington did they didn't do the auditions yet, right?
The first episode of the auditions was last night.
Okay,
No,
so
they
see,
dropped
we are
part one and two.
but we will definitely be back in touch tonight. We are back on Patreon to pick back up where we left off at. I'm actually going to start that a little earlier tonight. I do want to get a video out for Hennessy Reviews before I do anything else. I have to get a video out because, I haven't been. But, and it's going to be about Three Finger Duty Shooter. So, yeah. But anyway, we are back on Patreon with the Baddie-a-thon, and we are catching up on Midwest, and we will definitely watch the first audition of Africa, to kind of get a little bit more of a glimpse into what's happening. But when we watched that trailer, we saw that Diamond apparently was being accused of being drunk, got into it with Biggie. Natalie already has an issue with her, and so Natalie took to her story post and said, Biggie, I agree. She's a weirdo. And after seeing this is exactly what Diamond did. Sneak me at the reunion. Only difference is I demanded security to let us go, and I handled it. Biggie, yeah, nah, I got you, sis. So now all of a sudden, Biggie is Natalie's sis. Give me a break. All right. Then she goes on to say, drunk weirdo, I see so many better baddies after watching this audition. So wow, so many bigger personalities, better looking, and mega stars. So now she's trying to down talk all of Diamond's attributions and saying that she's a peon, basically, is what she's trying to call her. And I don't know how you could see any of that when you have let me shut up. I think y'all know where I was getting ready to go with that. So Biggie and Natalie were apparently on FaceTime, and Biggie says, yo, Nat, wait till they get this. The duo everybody wants, wait for it, watch. I'm getting the feeling that maybe Tasiki is not on Africa and Biggie is trying to cleave to Natalie now. That's just what I'm getting. And then Natalie goes on to say, Biggie, I agree, she's a weirdo. And after seeing, okay, wait, she said, we read that already. And then she says, I told you, now we can all see why I act the way I did. I'm all set with both of them since that day, man. Honestly, then laughing at me and all. Laughing my F and A off. Okay. So it's definitely giving team up against DTB vibes. And this is what Biggie had to say. This woman is a drunken crash out. I never thought she would act that way towards me. She knows she's wrong. Now I'm handle y'all. How y'all do me? Watch this. And as for Anna, you see why I ain't have your back at the reunion, you clown and funky shorty. You a opportunist. I got words for you. And Dama, I got words for you, Dama. I don't know what that means. So yeah, it's oh damn, we missed it. Okay. Let's really clock it. Biggie was hating from jump. This is what Diamond says. Let's really clock it. Biggie was hating from jump. She was mad the production put me in the middle seat and put her at the end. Ask Anna Jayla Scotty if I'm lying. She had a whole attitude with production and me the whole night. She was arguing with me the whole time. I just got tired of her running her mouth and threw the water. Child. Then Diamond goes on to say, and Natalie, you're mad because I'm fan fave. You hate it. You can't stand that the fans love me and hate you. It's not my fault. People love me more than you. I'm more of a baddie than you. You can talk all that money that you just started getting, all you want. You can have $1 billion and 20 TV shows, and the people will still choose me over you any day of the week. They only F with you because it's your show. You know how many people go to work every day and hate their boss? Just because they show up, it ain't because of you. It's the platform. Don't get it twisted and confused. They don't like you. They tolerate you. Ouch. Ouch, Diamond. But it's the truth. Like, it's the truth. So now they're showing them on FaceTime. This is so corny and whack. Okay. No, this is about to be hilarious. Like, I can't, because wait, huh? I haven't stopped laughing since this call started. I can't stop laughing, Biggie. This is about to be a crazy season. Watch this. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. Oh God, I let one slide. I'm sorry. Well, y'all can catch all of the story posts over there on the IG, because this is a lot of story posting going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But the crazy thing is, didn't Natalie just say something about DTB over here talking about her, and DTB called Natalie out for this, going into her story post and talking about her, and we see it for ourselves. You're doing this and you're being petty. I don't know if it's for a storyline so that they could try to get people to watch Africa, because now, ooh, Biggie's teaming up with Natalie. I don't care about that. That's not going to get me to watch. But anyway.
So I'll say Dama in Spanish is lady. So I'm guessing she, was trying to say, like basically at the end, lady. So that's what Dama is. It's funny because really, again, it is Biggie coming back for Africa, which I'm very surprised on. Let's not forget, and she obviously is forgetting how Natalie has really tried to do things to her for the last 2 seasons. And, is it 2 or 3? 3
Clock
seasons?
it. Clock
it. 3 seasons of treating her like crap. Didn't want to bring her in. She pretty much had to, show up to get back on. Has talked negatively about her. And yet now you're over here, that's my friend, and we're together. No, Natalie uses people. She's using you fool. Because now the person she hates the most is DTB, because DTB attacked her. And Natalie has this thing about, if someone does, how dare they, the audacity of attacking me? I've been in this game for so long. She needs a lapdog, and guess who's happily there panting? It's Biggie. So she's, Biggie is now going to be Natalie's little minion, and she's going to run around and she's going to make her, try to fight DTB, who, Biggie can't even fight. So this is the stupidity of things. Now her whole thing with Anna, again, that now will turn into a storyline. She needs to have things going on in order to keep her on these shows too. And as much as everyone always likes to claim how they don't need baddies, they have their own bag and blah, blah, blah. Once they're off their show, what happens to them? They're broke. They ain't got nothing going on for them. Look at Mariah Lynn. She's another one that's been trying to beg to get back on, but she swore she didn't need the show. So again, Natalie's using Biggie, and Biggie is eating it up. I would never forget someone who has literally tried to make me look stupid, and used all of this for a storyline to attack me for the last couple of seasons. That's just pathetic.
Poppington, I have a question. I know you watched it. Was Tifa there at the auditions?
No, she wasn't.
No, she wasn't there.
Interesting.
I don't think she's coming back. I don't think so. Which is what we've all been wanting, right? Boring Latifah.
I think Sapphire replaced Tifa, to be honest with you.
Oh, is Sapphire back?
She was on the audition.
Okay.
Because like I said, they released part 2 last night too. And I really don't understand how Natalie is going to call her weird when we've all seen how Natalie does at these auditions. She literally will tell these girls to do anything. She tells them to fight, kiss, show titties, show ass, anything under the sun. So how are you going to call Diamond weird when, you know what I mean? Which we got another response from Diamond too. I don't know if you've seen it on the, it's on the post, not the reels.
It's already up there on the screen.
Oh, I see it now. My bad.
For me, it seems like Natalie at the audition, she want to see how degrading they will go. What morals they'll be willing to sacrifice, so to speak. And if they willing to lick toes, that's the one she won't. because they willing to go so low. If they had to fight all day for their freedom, they would. Just to be a part of Natalie.
It's really sad.
Well, let's hear what DTB had to say about all of this.
So let me get this straight, right? A bitch that jumped a bitch is mad at me for getting a bitch jumped. A bitch that jumped a bitch like 3 times. A bitch that jumped a bitch that's okay with jumping a bitch got mad at me for getting somebody else jumped. No, bitch. Bitches was mad and hating because I was in the middle seat. I was in the middle where I was supposed to be. Bitches was hating. Okay, let me make a video because a lot of people can't fucking read. Y'all can't read. So look, this is the thing, right? I'm just saying this to explain it just a little tad bit more. Biggie was mad that I was in the middle seat. You can ask anybody that was there. You can ask Anna, you can ask Scotty, you can ask Shayla. She started with production. She's like, oh, why is she in the middle? Why am I in the end? Why is she in the middle? Why am I in the end? Right? Mind you, I'm like, damn, this is my friend. Why is she mad that I'm in the middle seat? If this is my homie, this is my, somebody I consider a homegirl, friend, she should be happy for me. Like, it shouldn't be no hate that I'm in the middle seat. You get what I'm saying? Like, so off rip, I'm already thinking, bitch, you're a hater. Regardless of you being my friend, you're a hater. So now that I know that you're a hater, mind you, they didn't put the whole audition. They're not putting everything that's happened. Me and Biggie was arguing the whole fucking audition. Every single time something happened, every single time somebody started fighting, every single time she was arguing, Diamond, why are you doing that? Diamond, you're not on top. Diamond, you're doing that. Like, she was going at me the whole fucking audition. The whole audition. So when y'all see me throw this water at her, it was my, bitch, I'm tired of you. It wasn't like y'all just seen this one clip and it looked like that just was where we argued at. No, we was arguing the whole motherfucking auditions. Every time a group came in, she found something wrong with something I said or something I did. I was arguing. I'm like, bro, okay, I'm gonna just shut up then. Cause y'all just keep saying I'm doing too much. I'm gonna just shut the fuck up. And then every time I shut up, everybody's like, Diamond, what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, cause y'all boring. Y'all mad at me. But then so bitches was mad at me for what I was making them do. Like, oh, you're making them fight. Are you doing this? You're doing that. I'm like, bro, this is a fucking show. I fought at my auditions. This is what got me on the fucking show. Like, why is people acting clueless to oblivious to what the fuck this show is? Like, let's not be fucking oblivious. This is a fucking fighting ass show. Everybody here need to fucking fight. Bitch, that's what they want. Production like, oh, your guys are not making them fight enough. It's boring. I'm like, okay, well, let's make them fight. This bitch kept coming at me, Diamond, why are you doing this? Diamond, why are you doing that? Diamond, why are you doing that? You're red. So when I threw that water, that was my last straw. That was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. And I really could have threw a fist and punched that bitch in the fucking face. But because I, have some type of concern for her, I just threw water. You understand? It could have been a fist. It was water. Because this bitch kept playing with me. And I was tired of her. I was tired of her fucking mouth.
Well,
like, you're wrong. Yeah, you apologized earlier. I did because I wasn't going to put out the fact that, yes, I was drunk. Let me start there. I was drunk as fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I wasn't going to put out the fact that the bitch was hating about the middle seat thing. I was going to just blow that off and act like that never happened and just, you know what I'm saying? Because that's my friend. And I'm just like, let me not even put, you know what I'm saying? Like, but now bitches, okay, let's really clock the fucking tea. Bitch, you was mad. You was livid. You was at production like,
Why am I at the end? Why is she in the middle? Bitch, you was being a non-friend from the beginning. If you was a real friend, you would have been happy for me. The fact that you had an attitude that I was in the middle shows that you was a fucking hater. So now that I knew you was a hater, in my drunk mind, I'm like, bitch, fuck this bitch. And I threw water in her fucking face. Yes, I'm weird. All right, bitch, fucking, you're weird. But y'all know I gave her grace because normally I would have fucking slapped the bitch or punched the bitch. I threw water. I did you a favor. Then, even when I came back, after I fell over a chair, but everybody seemed to fucking ignore that there was a fucking fat ass chair right there. And as soon as she fucking attacked me, I fell over a fucking chair. Cause y'all acting like y'all don't see a chair, like the chair is just fucking imaginary. It was a big ass, fat ass chair. I fell over the chair. But either way, I knew what that was gonna look like on camera. So, bitch, I said, and I knew in my mind I had to get the bitch back. I'm like, bitch, I'm not gonna just let this bitch bulldoze me over a fucking chair and I'm just letting go. Not happening. So I waited. I waited, and then, bitch, I waited for my perfect time, and I went and I snatched that bitch up and dragged her. DTB, dragged that bitch. I dragged that bitch. And even at that point, I get, oh, you stuck her. Bitch, I could have punched that bitch in the fucking face. I could have slapped the shit out that bitch like I did Natalie, bitch ass. But no, I dragged her hair. I pulled her hair because I'm like, even though I wanted to do something to her, I still register in the back of my mind. I'm like, damn, this is my bitch. But even though it's not my bitch, but it's still my bitch. Like, I didn't want to, like, hit her, if that makes sense. Like, Natalie, that's not my bitch. I slapped the shit out that bitch. No biggie. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pull her hair. Really, I thought the wig was gonna come off. I didn't even know it was gonna stay so attached, bitch. That shit was attached. Her whole body fell. Hey, that shit was funny as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny as fuck. I rewatched that shit like 17 times, so I know everybody else did because it was just funny. Like, I just was like, rah, and she just boom, like she just felt like this. Boom. But at the end of the day, bitch, I dragged that bitch. I didn't fucking punch that bitch. I didn't slap that bitch. I dragged that bitch for bulldozing me over that fucking chair. Yes, I threw water in her face, but bitch was being weird to me the whole fucking night. The whole night. And if I'm lying, I'm fucking flying. Ask anybody else on that fucking panel. Ask anybody on the panel. The bitch is being weird to me all fucking night. Weird. Arguing with me all fucking night. Everybody else doing shit. Everybody else saying shit. Everybody making everybody fight. But every time I make people fight, she yelling at me. But you the same bitch that jumped to Nunu. But you got them jump, bitch. But you're okay with jumping. So it's okay. You're okay with jumping when you jumping. But when somebody else is jumping, it's just, oh my God, Diamond, you're weird. No, bitch, you're fucking weird. Fuck you. Bitches. You jumped Nunu. You jumped her. Jumped her. You and Anna, y'all jumped her. Y'all tag teamed the bitch. Y'all jumped that bitch. You're okay with jumping when it's you. But when somebody else is going jumping, now it's just the biggest no-no in the world. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. That's weird. Why would you do that? Bitch, you're a fucking hypocrite. A big, fat hypocrite. Make sure you keep the hippo in front. Hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. Bitch. So let me get this straight, right?
Okay, so that was a lot. First off, we know that they jumped. Okay, so I do agree with her on that about getting people to jump, getting upset that somebody got jumped when you jump, folks. Like, come on, bro. And if you've been messing with somebody the whole time, you can't sit back and expect them to just allow you to keep picking and jugging and picking and jugging and picking and jugging. And I can see Biggie actually being upset about not being in that middle seat because DTB came after Biggie. So Biggie feels like, she should get some preferential treatment and she should be sitting in the middle. But you're not a fan fave, babe. Sorry, you're not. Like, there are standout baddies that people actually gravitate to, and Diamond is one of them. I mean, Biggie has her fan base, but she's not a fan fave, and that's just how I see it. Natalie, I feel like, is using Biggie. Biggie is using Natalie, and Biggie's going to end up getting backdoored by Natalie. I just see that coming.
I agree. One thing that these girls need to remember is you cannot trust Natalie. She will throw Scotty under the bus. What makes you think she would throw you? It's
That
just
part.
stupid. Yeah.
Kristen?
Yeah, and I agree with Diamond. Like I said, I actually watched it, and without giving away too much, Biggie was just picking for no reason. Like, even I was sitting there like, why? What is the big deal? Like, you could tell she just had a chip on her shoulder the whole episode. Like, but we all know Natalie, like Sonia said, Natalie is gonna backdoor her, do something to piss her off, something of that nature. She's gonna try to get back in good with Diamond, probably either before or during the season, and she's just gonna do what Natalie does. I mean, you see how she's trying to make it where everybody's in the house together. She'll use anybody for a storyline, and like, okay, I will say one part. She wants to call Diamond weird, yet she literally, on one part of the audition, told the girls, slap the girl next to you and you'll get a ticket. And there were 4 girls that didn't. And she sent them all on their way. Because they said, we're not puppets. And that pissed her off even more. She said, they follow directions. So that's really what she wants with a puppet.
And Biggie has been that. Biggie will be that. Like, I don't know. Biggie, to me, she just, after all this time, does not have her own personality yet. Like, girl, you've been on here for how long? I don't see any level up in her either. You put one song out, you had Tessiki on it, and it was a remake of a song. So I don't know. Like, I don't see where Biggie has any growth being a baddie, and I just feel like that makes her even more of a target to be a flunky. Her or Anna. And the sad part is, as much as we don't like Anna, Anna has a voice, but they waste their talents on baddies. That's just how I see it. They waste their talents on baddies.
I agree.
Well, before we close out, because we are going to be closing out soon, I do want to bring some attention to this alleged sit down that is supposed to happen. Shout out to T Searcher for this video. It looks like the mama is sitting down with Jaydin and Kali Way.
Are you ready?
All I know is these bitches better show up, or they gonna need a real bad.
I'm a bad little bitch and I'm snipped like a Barbie. Hips, lips.
So it looks like she was able to get Jaydin and Kali to show up. And I guess this is going to be her first podcast that she's going to do, but it's going to be on Patreon. It doesn't look like she's going to be doing it on YouTube, like she said, which in all actuality, if you ask me, you know, if it was to not be a jig or a jug at your sister doing it, then it should have been on Patreon. Okay. And that's where it is. And I guess this is her first episode, is to sit down and try to bring quote unquote healing, because I don't know what Carlissa's intentions are. I've seen that she has put out 2 thank you posts to me for letting her see herself and for her going on this healing journey. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You're welcome, I guess, but I don't know. I got to see what's going on, because I've seen some things that was side-eye worthy that I just ain't speaking on. But I seen it, I caught it. And yeah, I seen it and I caught it, and it's over in the archive just in case. But let's see what happens, because for me, if you're really on this healing journey, the ultimate healing journey would be for her to have a podcast where she sits down with Chrisean. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at all. But healing begins with the self and not others. So let's see what happens from here. Are we getting ready to get another shit show? Or is the circus about to go up in flames? I don't know. What say y'all?
Chris, do you want to go first?
Sure. I think it's about to go up in flames. Just being completely honest, I do. Because Callie has been saying this whole time and Jaydin too. They have no desire to make up. They don't like each other. So, like they said, they could be cordial, but I really think that this is going to go left, particularly because Carlissa is running it. I mean, she is not the spokesperson to be mediating anybody for forgiveness. Just be like, she can't even forgive Ingrid, who is her lover and friend for years. So,
not the lover and friend.
Like, if she can forgive Ingrid, Chrisean, the other baby mamas, all of them, then maybe I might could see it. But right now, she can't even get pissed off without attacking her entire family. So, no, it's going to be a shit show. Selena?
Thank you. I'm with you. I think it's going to be a shit show. But again, I also think that this is all just for views. I think that they probably already did talk, and they probably already may have made amends. Remember, there was that date that they were all sitting together, I guess, having dinner somewhere. And there was like a video, a picture of them talking because they were sitting close by each other. So this is probably already done. And so now they're just doing it so they can get views off of their discussion. I am definitely with you, Henny. If you really want to make amends on something, then she should be really trying to work things out with Chrisean. But she's not going to. And in all honesty, Chrisean doesn't want to either. And that's understandable. I wouldn't want to as well. Again, this is just part of their little master plan on having people come watch them and giving them relevance. And the other day, she also put up that post about tagging Lemmy about putting the family show on the network. One thing that Carlissa's always trying to do is make money off of her family.
That's true. That is absolutely true. I don't know. I feel like these two have gone very long without speaking. There's a lot of stuff that has transpired between them, to our understanding, and what has been spilled out is not only was Kali in that whole situation where Jaydin decided to run down in the Blue Girls Club and Chrisean had to make an exit because there was more girls outside. Kali and Chrisean and Blue have gotten into altercations. Kali, to our understanding from what Carlissa said, went back with Jaydin again, and this time they both had hands and feet put on them by some of the schoolyards. This is what Carlissa has alleged. It just seems like it's been a lot that has transpired. Kali has lost a lot in this situation. She lost her husband. And it just goes on and on. Okay. I feel like if they were meant to make up, they would do it on their own. If they do it now, it would just be for her show. I don't know about these two actually doing posts together, shows together, like sistering together. I don't see that. I think if anything, both of them are just sitting down to appease Carlissa to keep her quiet.
Yeah.
I don't think they hate one another. I just think they have come to that part where they have accepted that the two of them are where they are and they're cool with that. So I feel like if that's where they are, you can't force people to reconnect if they don't want to. If they've both made amends with where the situation is, leave it alone. Now, if they truly do have a bond and a friendship and they feel like it's worth them saving, then yeah, they could work it out. But I'm like y'all, I'm a little skeptical with Carlissa being in the middle of it because there's always an ulterior motive, and it just feels like, oh, Chrisean is gone now. Let's try to put our family back together. But your family was already in shambles prior to her coming. So let's see how this goes.
Agree. Let's see how it goes. I just have this thing where when it comes to Carlissa, she uses her family as her content. And so they'll do what they have to do because she won't stop. Imagine if they don't do it, she's just going to attack them every day online.
Exactly.
So it's like, just do it just to shut her up.
All right. Well, final thoughts on anything, ladies.
Let's see. Let's go through it all. I'm super proud of Chrisean and where she's at right now. I hope she continues. I think that Sunday really is going to be a look on at where she's at and where she's going with her career. She's definitely getting herself ready to come back out, and whether it's music, whether it's a show, I don't know. None of us do, but she's putting herself out there, and I know that she missed it. So good for her for not wasting time anymore. Once she did make her announcement she's no longer with him, what did she do? She immediately got into putting herself back out there, and that's what I think is great. So I'm with her on that. What happens after this will remain to be seen. As far as Blue, again, Blue is definitely playing his game that he does, which is he's trying to act like he's unbothered, and when he tries to do this, he brings all of the sideshow girlfriend, the side girls, the side hookups to the front and puts them on his friends list. And if he gets back with Chrisean, they're going to be back in hidden mode. But a leopard doesn't change his stripes. He's definitely the same Blue in many ways. I hope for himself he gets his stuff together, because he's got children. He needs to be a better person for them, even if it's not for the women in his life. Who else? I'm going blank.
Let's see. Okay, we talked about Chrisean. You talked about the baddies.
Diamond. I actually like Diamond. So it's hilarious that she's gotten so far under Natalie's skin. Natalie's so desperate, she's enlisting Biggie to be her backup, which is so weird. So weird. And Biggie, you are so pathetic that you are forgetting everything Natalie has done and said about you just, to be in the limelight. Like, do better. Like, all of these women need to do better. This show has become so toxic. It's not fun anymore. It's sad. So yeah, there's that.
Sadie.
Oh, Sadie. Shady Sadie. I'm still not a fan of you, but at the same time, I really do want you to come speak on the truth. You were behind the scenes. You stuck up for someone that obviously, isn't sticking up for you. You know a lot. You want to be messy like you always are, girl. Start spilling some tea. You're not one of those good ones. You're shady. Be shady Sadie. Be yourself. What else? Did I miss anybody else?
No, that's it.
Okay, that's it for me.
Kristen?
I'm with excuse me, I'm with Selena on that one. Sadie, tell it all, because I feel like she's gonna one up you, and you don't want that. I mean, come on now. With DTV, stay on Natalie's neck, because if you don't, people are just gonna let her get away with doing all her little sneaky bullshit all the time. So go ahead and aggravate the shit out of her every chance you get. Carlissa, stay out of folks' business, please. I feel like even if Jaydin and Kali do make up, I don't feel like it's going to be what it was before, just because of some of the stuff that Kali has said Jaydin done to her and how she feels about her. So I feel like this is just going to be like a little fake up for the show. What else did we talk about? Chrisean. I know it's probably hard, but you've already learned how to live without him, and I feel like you can go up so much easier without him with you. You still have a bunch of fans that will support you with or without him. Let him grow up. Maybe it's meant to be later, and I know it's hard to walk away sometimes, but right now I think that's going to be the best. I feel like I'm missing something.
Blues roster. I forgot about that one.
Oh, y'all all some hoes. I'm sure y'all. Please go find y'all's daddies. Go find a father figure, something. Quit taking that little $60 and thinking that you got a man, please. And that's about it.
Selena, did you want to jump in on the roster?
Sure. Blue's not a flex, you guys. Like, I don't know why you think that being with Blueface while he's in jail, while he's in a relationship, while he's everything, and you're not even up there is makes you look good. If you're doing it for publicity, for career, God, come on, be better, girls. It's just sad. It is sad, but judging the way most of these girls act and stuff like that, I'm sorry, and I'm being judgmental, but it is what it is. You all look like hoes. Let it go. Find yourself something else to do besides being known as a Blueface side chick. It's not a trophy. It's not a prize.
Okay, well, I'm looking down in the comments and it's like they don't want us to go. I'm gonna very quickly run through these because I have to go, guys. I have to. All right, so y'all wanted to talk about the emoji. There's really nothing to really talk about. I don't know who she's talking about. I don't know what this is at, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, but she did make a post last night of the emojis with the giggling and the tongue out. I have no idea what she's hinting at. Do either of you?
I obviously it's just total speculation, but I think it was put out around the same time as this interview that the charity case did. So I don't know if that's it. I might be wrong. You know, Chrisean, do you know?
Honestly, I don't, and I feel like she should tell us more because we nosy. I mean, come on, we don't like
Absolutely.
someone. Say it with your chest. Come on now. But honestly,
yeah. What about the chat? Does anybody have an idea? I'm reading the comments.
Right. I mean, they're asking, like, what about the emoji? You didn't talk about them. Okay, so then do any of y'all know what that meant?
Yeah, like, see, what time was it at? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, from what I saw, when I was shared that it was going on around the same time as the charity case was giving her paid interview. So, you know, which was all, you know, trash as usual. So that's what I'm thinking is she probably like thinks it's hilarious too. Like, God, you're a joke.
her $20 in a bus pass that she got.
Right. Oh God. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So the emojis, I mean, look at it. It's kind of like she's laughing at him, and it's like it's a joke. So that's what I'm thinking it's from. I don't think there was anything else really going on around that moment, around that time that she would be answering to. Or I guess, I mean, maybe it could be laughing at the whole Carlissa, Jaydin, Kali way, sit down. Maybe that's what she's laughing at too. Like, wow. Like, okay, you guys, you know, like you're reaching now. You're that desperate for some attention. But again, all of my statements are just speculation, and I have no proof to go with.
Right. Okay. Hood baby. So the day before her birthday, this was released by Rico. I'm not sure if this is the same channel. It was released on YouTube 11 days ago. It did kind of go unnoticed, but y'all wanted me to talk about it. So I've heard the song. I don't know if I'm gonna get struck for playing the song, but you guys, how I got it was I just typed in Chrisean Rock Hood Babies, but this is actually Rico's song with her on it. Actually, it says released on her birthday, so I take that back. It was released on her birthday. So yeah, y'all can go and y'all can check that out for yourselves. What is the name of the damn channel? I guess the name of the channel is Release Topic. Yeah, so this is the name of the channel. I don't know who this is. They only have 7 subscribers and that one video. So they only came out with this video. Yes, it is XO Rico.
Mm-hmm.
This is not Chrisean's ex, regardless to what people are saying. This is not her ex. This is somebody who was a friend of hers. So yeah, I don't know when they recorded this. I don't know if this was done before she was pregnant, because I know it was talks that they were working in the studio together. So we don't know how old this song is because I haven't seen Rico say anything about the song or talk about it. Chrisean hasn't talked about it either, but there is new music. You guys can go and check it out. I do like it. It is a bop. So yeah, y'all go run it up because right now it's only at 544 views. Go run that thing up. And finally, Chrisean made some story posts while we were on live. Let's take a listen to what it is that she shared.
Leave the church. Yeah. You tried it, don't do it. Yeah. Well, especially when you're supposed to be there. That's why she's sitting here right now. She's back in her set place. And watch what happens as a result. She'll flourish in her set place. And the whole kind of persona and the whole kind of image. You watch what I tell you. God's going to get the glory so massively out of her life. No. You talking about someone that got 5 million followers? Okay, what I'm saying is, if that person that has all them followers is not in that set place, what do you think that person gonna lead them other people?
Right. So that is Pastor Dr. Mike Freeman. That is Chrisean's personal pastor. That is the one who officiated over her and Blue and their marriage, their union. And I believe, yes, he's talking about her. It sounds like it's me. I haven't watched the whole video, but that's what it sounds like.
A youngin' like her want to jump up and give the apostle 5? Psh, you sit there because you've conditioned yourself to your surroundings. And that's what that boy did from Haiti. He came in here and he got conditioned to his surroundings. He fell into what the conditions happened to be, and I've never seen him stand around for 20 minutes and not work. And he gets here. He gets here and starts standing around. I wonder how much you're standing around spiritually. Because you done found your comfort place. And I have never been like that. I watch cultures and I watch conditions of people. And when I go into any environment, I find out how that person gonna lead them other people. And I'm bent on showing them followers something entirely different. Because to me, it was like challenging to know that your children and your grandchildren was on her that hard. See, you know how, see, look, all the old people. Go sit down, girl. You can't get that. See, because we want to do church. We want to do church. And for her to jump up just like she did and gave me 5, see, that ain't your church. God, though. And you so churchy, you so locked into a culture that may not even be God. It's just church. It's what you have learned. Oh, I got this. It's my job to keep things in order as an apostle. But don't you get so locked in to doing church, you miss God.
All right. So those were Chrisean's story posts. Y'all can go and y'all can click the YouTube link and watch the sermon. But yeah, no, we don't know what the emojis were. We're speculating. You know, I don't usually like to talk about things unless I can back it up with something. But y'all were asking. But that's what we thought about it. As far as my final thoughts on everything, I am very proud of her stepping out of this period of isolation. Maybe God is telling her to move now. It's time. It's time for her to move and to do what it is that he called her to do. Definitely. I don't know what her and Blue's future holds, but Chrisean, keep going. Whatever she decides to do, if you're truly her supporter, you're going to support her. You don't have to like it, but you're here to support her, not control her. There's a difference between support and control. So, this is her life. That is her husband. So, the possibility of her going back is there, guys. May not like it, but it's the truth. Let's see. Blue's roster. Crusty Dusties. That's all that comes to mind for me is Crusty Dusties. As far as this sit down with Jaydin and Kali, like I said, time will tell. what's going to happen and become of this. Maybe they will rectify. I mean, but at the end of the day, their kids have a great relationship. I just feel like, why can't all of the kids have a great? Let me shut up. Let me get off of that soapbox. We'll leave it alone. And it would be interesting to see how Carlissa wields this matriarchal thing that she's trying to step into. So, Lord, hear our prayer, right? Sadie, keep being shady and do what is natural to you and shade the hell out of this situation. Drop the tea, girl. We want the hot Henny on all of it. Just spill it. Okay, spill it. Just spill it, girl. As far as Natalie and the baddies go, like, I'm kind of over the whole thing because the concept, the direction it's going in is not a positive one. It's degrading, it's humiliating. Biggie, wake up, wise up, and boss up. Start getting to a bag. Stop waiting on baddies. Get to a bag behind this. Bookings booked out. Okay, you were a party promoter. You wore custom clothes when you first came on the season. Like, come on, big Biggie, big Dominican. Where is she at? Because it seems like you've lost your identity in the midst of baddies. Like, girl, get back to how you were when you first came on. Everybody liked you when you first came on, but it is what it is. DTB, keep doing your thing. Natalie, we're sick of you. She is absolutely right. We tolerate the hell out of you. We are sick of you. I didn't like you on Bad Girls Club. I didn't like you on any season. I didn't like you on Redemption. Your chin was just too huge and distracting. I don't know what you've done to shrink it down as of late, but it's still there and it's annoying. You have always been braggadocious on yourself, and that is such a turn off. It's not envy, it's a turn off. Who cares about all of this money that you're getting? Because it's dirty money. It's blood money. It's money that you are getting at the risk of other people. That's how you're making your money. You're getting your money at degrading other people. Come on, suck a titty to get on baddies and get a ticket. Are you serious? And for those of y'all going out there falling for this cult-like behavior, who raised you? You can never be that desperate to try to get a little bit of clout. Like, come on. Wake up, people. You're being used and abused. I'm over it. Did I catch everything? Yeah, I guess I caught everything. As far as the emoji thing, Chrisean, let us know what the hell you're talking about, because we want to know. We want to know. I don't like to get up here and just guess. I think that was a great guess, though, that Selena gave. But we want to know what's going on. And no, I did not talk about the interview because the interview was crappy. There's a lot of backpedaling, a lot of capping. And that's the recap on that. Anyway, do either of you want to say something about any of the stuff that we just showed?
No, I think it's good. I like that. I like watching her with Pastor Freeman. I think he's a really good pastor. That's where, to me, that's her comfortable space. It's where she feels she could be herself. I was laughing about, the part where he's talking about people judging and such, because how some individuals can be like her, like being loud or jumping up. If they're not used to that, they are definitely going to look inside. But I think that she is comfortable there. So it's probably good that she is in Baltimore, because she is surrounded by people that she looks to for faith and guidance. So I am glad that she put those 2 videos up.
Kristen?
No, I don't really have nothing to say, and I'm running from my kids so I can get some quiet area. So I'm probably gonna have to dip out on y'all.
Okay. Well, Poppington, final thought. We're wrapping it up.
Oh, I missed most of it, but the baddies thing, I didn't get to comment on that, but I think it's a ploy to get Biggie back on the show. The fans don't want her there, and I think she really needs the money. It's also a ploy to get Diamond back on the show because the fans do want her there. Natalie, go sit down somewhere. Like, you're really getting on my nerves now. You're too old to be doing all of this, and you're provoking Diamond. So if you get slapped again, that's your business. Chrisean, I am so proud of you. And every time you come out and say something, you're amazing me with your growth and how you're seeing life and that you're seeing your worth. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that you're about to pop back out. I can't wait to see what God has in store for your new journey. Who else did we talk about?
Oh, hitting his roster.
Um, they all 304s. Nobody cares. They all look alike. I wouldn't be proud to be in a roster of chicks that I look like everybody else. That's not a flex. Um, Also, like, I mean, you can't teach a old dog new tricks. And Blue, I really feel like he's a sex addict, and the cheating and the fornicating is never gonna stop. So I'm glad that she's getting away from it now before it becomes a bigger issue with more kids or more time in and stuff like that. That's about it.
Sadie.
I love me some Sadie. I'm sorry. I don't like you personally, but um, the shade, the unbotheredness, I'm loving it. I feel like she's an example of how Jaydin should really be acting. And she's playing it off very well. And I hope she comes out and tells us a little more. I would like her not to like be unbothered, but be messy and tell us stuff. But I'm loving it.
Carlissa, Jaydin, and Callie, sit down.
That's a ploy for clicks and views. That's the down what's supposed to then happen. Do we even care why Callie doesn't like her? I mean, Callie done told us a couple of times. Um, we definitely don't care why Jaydin don't like Callie because we like Callie more than we like Jaydin. But I just think right now it's no motion. There's no motion. She apologized. Right now, she's still throwing shots, but she can't really go back on it since she's playing this I'm so godly role. So it's just for views for her show. But nobody really cares, Carla. So we don't care if Jaydin and Callie are friends or not.
Well, that's about it. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for coming up on the stage and for being a part of another amazing media showdown. Thank you everybody for tapping in and tuning in with us and letting us help you get through the rest of your Monday workday. As always, y'all know to vibe high so that the bullshit don't stick. And we will see y'all in the next showdown. Peace, everybody.